Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy and Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller. All right, Mr. Miller, ICE agents, Border Patrol agents, cops are now getting shot at. How is this happening?
It's happening because, Jesse, there's an insurrectionist movement in the Democratic Party that is inspiring domestic terrorism against ICE. When you have the mayor of Los Angeles mobilizing agitators, mobilizing the mob against ICE, saying that federal law enforcement has to leave her city, this is a settled constitutional question. Federal law is the supreme law of the land. You cannot nullify it. You cannot succeed from it. It is the law of the United States of America. So these insurrectionist Democrats are every day engaging in rhetoric that is incentivizing, that is encouraging, that is fomenting violent terrorist attacks against ICE and ICE officers. Not only in the shootings that you've seen recently, but ICE officers are being doxxed. Their families and children are being threatened. Their addresses are being posted online. They are being subjected to a campaign of terror by these radical Democrats. Why, Jesse? What is this all about? This is the central struggle in the West. The Democrat Party's objective is to flood the West with millions upon millions of illegals from the developing world, from the poor nations of the world, the failed states of the world, the collapsing states of the world, believing that in so doing, they will collapse the West. They will collapse the middle class. They will collapse the population that has lived here before the migrants came. And in so doing, they think in the rubble of that, they can rule. They can sit on top the pile of ashes. Ask yourself this: why is it that Democrats are so insistent that unlimited numbers of illegals from countries that are incapable of managing their own affairs come here? Countries like Somalia, countries like Haiti, countries that have no history of successful self-government, and they want unlimited numbers of illegals from those countries and refugees from those countries to come here with no chance at the pace, the scale, the scope of arrivals at being able to assimilate and integrate into the American way of life. What has it done to our schools? What has it done to our hospitals? What has it done to just traffic in our cities? Every issue that affects our quality of life, Jesse, public safety, drugs, crime, education, healthcare, waiting in the emergency room, are all exacerbated, worsened, and undermined by mass illegal immigration. ICE officers are heroes, and they need the support of the American people. President Trump is liberating our towns, just as he was promised, just as the American people overwhelmingly voted to give him a mandate to do just 5 months ago.
It's straight up treason, and everybody knows it, and we shouldn't be afraid to say it. Mr. Miller, you saw the video of the Maryland dad lifting weights, playing video games, playing football, as they call it down there, gardening. Would you consider gardening cruel and unusual punishment?
Well, I might personally consider it cruel and unusual punishment if I had to garden, Jesse. But
you don't
as
have a
far
green
as the Eighth
thumb,
Amendment
Miller?
is concerned, if my wife made me do gardening around the house, I might consider that to be cruel and unusual punishment. But as far as the founding fathers are concerned, as far as the Eighth Amendment is concerned, I would not say that gardening, outdoor sports,
there he is with a
playing
parrot.
catch, yes, and 3 robust meals a day qualifies as cruel and unusual punishment. What is cruel and unusual punishment is being subjected to months of media lying about this illegal alien terrorist instead of defending and supporting the heroes getting these terrorists the hell out of our country. Since Inauguration Day, we have arrested, think about this, we've arrested over 100,000 criminal illegal aliens just since Inauguration Day, 100,000 fewer people to maim, threaten, terrorize, assault, rape, and murder our citizens? Has there been a greater public safety accomplishment in a shorter period of time in the whole history of the nation, Jesse? We should be celebrating this. The media instead celebrates the criminal invaders.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually mad that he's gardening. I wish he was kind of getting tortured a little bit after slapping his wife around and trafficking people all into Maryland. But
yeah, trafficking women, abusing children.
Right. It's a strange world we live in when you get to beat up women and then they hand you a spade and you get to
it's who the left
plan.
celebrates, it's who the left adores.
All right. Mr. Miller, great to see you. Thank you as always. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.